Before starting to listen to this book, please subscribe to our channel to support this channel and give the chance to upload more books for bookworms. The Phoenix Brain, Rising Stronger from Life's Trials. Written by Marigold Finch. Audiobook by ReadRealm. Introduction: The Phoenix Within Us. Life has a way of testing us. Sometimes it feels like the universe conspires to bring us to our knees. Relationships fall apart, careers derail, health falters, or unexpected loss blindsides us. These moments, painful as they are, often leave us staring at the ashes of what once was, wondering how we'll ever rise again. But within each of us lies a force as timeless and powerful as the mythical phoenix, a force capable of rebirth, renewal, and unimaginable strength. The phoenix is more than a creature of legend, it's a symbol of the human spirit's boundless resilience. Just as the phoenix bursts into flames and is reborn from its ashes, we too have the ability to transform our greatest struggles into stepping stones toward a stronger, brighter future. This book, The Phoenix Brain, Rising Stronger from Life's Trials, is your guide to discovering and harnessing that inner power. Mental strength isn't about avoiding difficulties, it's about how we respond to them. It's about bending without breaking, adapting without losing ourselves, and finding purpose even in the face of pain. This journey is not easy, nor is it quick, but it is one of the most rewarding paths you'll ever walk. I know this because I've walked it myself. Like many of you, I've faced my share of life's storms. There were times when I felt completely consumed, unsure if I could ever find my way back to solid ground. But in those darkest hours, I began to notice something remarkable. The human mind, when nurtured and strengthened, has an extraordinary capacity to heal, grow, and rise. I call this capacity the Phoenix Brain. It's not a specific trait you're born with or without, it's a mindset, a set of skills, and a way of approaching life that anyone can develop. The Phoenix Brain isn't about pretending everything is fine or ignoring pain. It's about embracing the trials, learning from them, and allowing them to fuel your transformation. This book is for anyone who has ever felt broken, defeated, or lost. It's for those standing in the ashes, searching for a spark to light the way forward. Inside these pages, you'll find actionable strategies to build unshakable mental strength, inspiring stories of resilience from people who've faced unimaginable challenges, and a roadmap to help you rise stronger after life's trials. You don't need to have all the answers to start, you just need a willingness to begin. Together, we'll explore how to cultivate self-awareness, master emotional agility, and find purpose amid adversity. We'll uncover the tools you already have within you to rebuild your confidence and embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. So, as you turn the page, take a deep breath and remember, every ending carries the seed of a new beginning. You may feel the weight of your trials now, but the phoenix within you is ready to rise. Let's start this journey together. Welcome to the Phoenix Brain. Part 1, The Ashes, Understanding Life's Trials. Chapter 1, The Nature of Adversity. Adversity is life's greatest certainty. No matter who you are or what path you've chosen, hardships will find their way into your story. Some trials feel like small storms that pass quickly, while others seem to leave behind a trail of wreckage that takes years to rebuild. It's tempting to view these moments as unfair interruptions to the life we imagined, but what if there's something more? What if they are an essential part of shaping the person we're meant to become? To understand the Phoenix Brain, we must start here, with the nature of adversity itself. Definition and inevitability of hardships in life. Adversity, at its core, is any difficulty or misfortune that disrupts our expectations. It takes many forms: losing a job, navigating a relationship breakdown, facing illness, or even the quiet but relentless struggles of self-doubt and insecurity. These challenges don't just exist in extreme moments, they show up in the subtle ways life tests us every day. Think about the last time something didn't go as planned. Maybe you spilled coffee on an important document moments before a big meeting or received unexpected criticism from someone you respect. These moments may seem trivial, but they add up, creating stress and testing your ability to stay composed. Now, magnify that by life-altering events, loss, betrayal, or failure, and it becomes clear, no one is exempt from hardship. Adversity is woven into the human experience. It doesn't matter how privileged, talented, or careful you are, challenges will come. Accepting this truth is not about pessimism but preparation. When we expect life to be easy, adversity feels like an ambush. But when we understand it as a natural part of the journey, we can begin to approach it with greater strength. The psychological and emotional impact of challenges. It's easy to talk about resilience from a distance, but when you're in the thick of adversity, it feels like the weight of the world is pressing down on your chest. Challenges have a profound psychological and emotional impact. For many, the immediate response to hardship is fear or anger. Why me, or how could this happen, are common thoughts. These feelings are valid. They reflect the brain's attempt to make sense of a world that suddenly feels unsafe or unfair. Prolonged adversity can also lead to deeper effects, such as anxiety, depression, or a loss of confidence. When setbacks pile up, it's not just about the circumstances anymore, it's about how we view ourselves in the face of them. Have you ever felt like life's challenges were a sign that you weren't good enough or that you were failing where others seemed to succeed? That's the subtle but powerful impact adversity can have on our sense of identity. But here's the silver lining: while hardship shakes us to our core, it also holds the potential to awaken strengths we didn't know we had. The role of adversity in shaping our character and potential. There's a reason why so many great stories, both fictional and real, revolve around someone overcoming adversity. Struggles force us to confront our weaknesses, rethink our assumptions, and grow into a version of ourselves we might not have discovered otherwise. Think of adversity as a forge. In the same way that raw metal is heated, hammered, and shaped into something strong and purposeful, hardships do the same for our character. They strip away illusions, challenge our resilience, and reveal what truly matters. Consider the phoenix, the mythical bird that burns to ashes and rises anew. The phoenix doesn't become weaker with each rebirth, it becomes more radiant, more powerful. That's what adversity offers us. Every trial, every setback, every painful moment carries the potential for us to emerge not just as survivors but as stronger, more capable individuals. It's not about denying the pain or pretending the challenges don't hurt, they do. But adversity gives us a choice. We can let it consume us, or we can let it transform us. The difference lies in how we respond. The nature of adversity is complex. It's both a burden and an opportunity. By understanding its inevitability, acknowledging its emotional toll, and embracing its transformative power, we can begin to change our relationship with hardship. This journey isn't about avoiding the ashes. It's about learning to rise from them. In the chapters ahead, we'll explore how to develop the mental strength needed to embrace life's trials, build resilience, and ignite the spark of the phoenix brain within us. Chapter 2: The Trap of Victimhood. Why it's easy to fall into the victim mindset. Life has a funny way of throwing curveballs when we least expect them. A sudden loss, a betrayal, or an unexpected failure can leave us feeling like we've been knocked down so hard, we'll never rise again. And in those moments, it's easy to slip into the victim mindset, where everything feels out of our control, and the world seems to be working against us. We may find ourselves saying things like, "Why me?" or "This isn't fair." The problem is, once we start thinking that way, it's hard to break free. The victim mindset doesn't necessarily come from a place of weakness. It's often rooted in a deep need for validation, to be seen and understood in our pain. After all, when life throws us a curveball, we want to make sense of it. We want an explanation for the suffering we endure, and sometimes it's easier to blame circumstances, other people, or even ourselves, rather than face the uncomfortable reality that life is inherently unpredictable. In many ways, we are conditioned to think this way. Our society glorifies the notion of justice and fairness, leading us to believe that life should treat us kindly if we do everything right. But the truth is, life isn't always fair. It doesn't always give us what we deserve. And while that can be a bitter pill to swallow, it's a necessary step in shedding the victim mentality. Recognizing patterns of self-pity and blame. If you've ever found yourself spiraling into a self-pity loop, you're not alone. It can begin innocently enough: a rough day at work, an argument with a loved one, or a mistake that you just can't let go of. Before long, you're lost in the story of how everything always goes wrong for you, as if the universe has it out for you. The thing about self-pity is that it often starts as a natural emotional response to pain, and it's completely okay to feel upset when life gets tough. But when we start dwelling on it, reliving the hurt over and over, we get stuck. We focus on what's wrong instead of figuring out how to make it right. We ask ourselves, why did this happen to me? Instead of what can I learn from this? Blame is another dangerous trap that ties into this mindset. When we feel victimized, it's easy to point fingers at others. If only they hadn't said that, if only I hadn't trusted them, if only I had done things differently. While it's important to acknowledge our role in the situations we face, too much blame keeps us stuck in the past. It paralyzes us, making us feel helpless and hopeless, as if the future is already determined by the things we can't change. The key to breaking this cycle is self-awareness. Recognizing when we're slipping into victimhood is the first step to climbing out of it. Ask yourself, are you dwelling on past wrongs? Are you obsessing over things you can't control? Are you blaming others for your current state? If you are, you're likely stuck in the ashes of the phoenix brain. But here's the good news: you can rise again. The cost of staying in the ashes: mental stagnation and emotional paralysis. Staying in the ashes of victimhood might feel comfortable at first. There's a strange sense of safety in believing that life is happening to you, that you have no responsibility for the challenges you face. It gives us a pass from having to do anything about it. But comfort in the short term comes at a heavy price in the long run. When we remain in the ashes, something inside us begins to atrophy. Our mental strength weakens. We stop seeing possibilities and start seeing only obstacles. The longer we stay in this place of blame and self-pity, the more difficult it becomes to break free. It's like being stuck in a mental swamp. Everything around us feels heavy and stagnant, and our emotional energy is drained. We stop growing. This stagnation also affects our emotional state. The victim mindset doesn't just keep us from making progress, it keeps us from feeling joy, gratitude, or hope. We get so used to feeling like the world is against us that we forget what it's like to feel good again. Each new challenge feels like a confirmation of our worst fears, and we become emotionally paralyzed, too afraid to take risks, too cautious to try, too worn out to care. But the most damaging effect of staying in the ashes is that it stops us from living fully. It stops us from discovering the power we have to heal, to grow, and to rise above the pain. When we let ourselves stay stuck in victimhood, we rob ourselves of the opportunity to become stronger, wiser, and more resilient. The phoenix brain isn't built on staying in the ashes. It's about rising from them. It's about taking responsibility for our healing, our growth, and our future, even when life feels unfair. It's about recognizing that, yes, bad things will happen, but we have the power to choose how we respond. So, ask yourself, do you want to stay in the ashes, or do you want to rise? The choice is yours. And the moment you decide to stop blaming, to stop feeling sorry for yourself, you'll begin the transformation that will allow you to spread your wings and soar. The ashes may have been your beginning, but they don't have to be your end. The phoenix brain is always ready to rise. It's time for you to let it. Chapter 3: The Phoenix Perspective. Life isn't always easy. It throws unexpected challenges, creating moments where the weight of the world feels unbearable. But what if the very thing that breaks us could also rebuild us stronger than before? This is the essence of the phoenix brain, a shift in thinking that transforms adversity into an opportunity for growth. It's not just about surviving tough times, it's about using them to fuel your rise, turning pain into power, and embracing each challenge as a catalyst for your evolution. Introducing the concept of the phoenix brain. The phoenix, a mythical bird that bursts into flames only to rise again from its ashes, symbolizes the cyclical nature of life, death and rebirth, loss and growth, endings and new beginnings. The phoenix brain is a mental framework designed to help us approach life's inevitable trials with resilience, adaptability, and strength. It teaches us that setbacks are temporary, and from them, we emerge better, wiser, and more capable. So, how do we develop this perspective? How do we stop seeing ourselves as victims of circumstance and instead become empowered creators of our destiny? The answer lies in shifting from a fixed mindset to one focused on growth and possibility. The phoenix brain empowers us to transform adversity into fuel for personal development, taking ownership of our responses and realizing that, while we can't always control the external world, we can control how we react to it. Transforming adversity into growth opportunities. It's easy to despair in the face of setbacks, whether they're personal failures, losses, or unexpected challenges. Our initial response might be to retreat, overwhelmed by fear or anger. But the phoenix brain offers a different perspective. Instead of succumbing to adversity, we can choose to view it as an opportunity for growth. A powerful tool for this is reframing, the practice of shifting our perception of a situation. Instead of focusing on what we've lost, we redirect our attention to what we can gain. For example, losing a job might seem like a catastrophe, but it could also present an opportunity to explore new career paths, revisit forgotten passions, or focus on personal growth. By seeing setbacks not as roadblocks but as stepping stones, we open ourselves up to transformation. This doesn't mean pretending challenges aren't difficult, but rather allowing ourselves to see the potential for growth. When life knocks us down, instead of focusing on what's been taken away, we ask, what can I learn from this? How can this experience help me grow? In this way, adversity becomes a force that shapes us, not something that defeats us. Stories of resilience, real-life examples of the phoenix spirit. History is full of examples of individuals who embody the phoenix spirit, rising from immense adversity and transforming their pain into power. These stories remind us that, even in our darkest moments, we have the potential to emerge stronger than ever. Take J.K. Rowling, for instance. Before becoming the author of the Harry Potter series, Rowling faced rejection after rejection from publishers, struggled with depression, and lived in poverty as a single mother. Instead of giving up, she used each setback as fuel to keep going. Her perseverance eventually led to the creation of one of the most beloved literary franchises in history, proving that pain and rejection can be transformed into extraordinary success. Similarly, Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in prison for his fight against apartheid. Rather than allowing his imprisonment to break him, Mandela used it to develop his resilience. When he emerged, he was not bitter but instead committed to forgiveness and peace, eventually becoming the president of South Africa and leading his country through its transition to democracy. Mandela's story exemplifies the phoenix mindset. His adversity didn't defeat him, it forged him into a global symbol of strength and reconciliation. Practical takeaways. 1. Reframe your challenges. When faced with adversity, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this setback propel me forward? Shift from a victim mindset to one of empowerment and possibility. 2. embrace setbacks as stepping stones. Understand that every challenge is an opportunity to grow. Instead of resisting difficult moments, lean into them and ask, what's the lesson here? 3. Cultivate resilience through action. Mental strength isn't built through positive thinking alone, it's cultivated through consistent action. Don't wait for life to get better. Create the change you want to see, even in the face of adversity. 4. Find inspiration in others. Look to the stories of people like J.K. Rowling, Nelson Mandela, and others who have faced seemingly insurmountable odds and risen stronger. Their journeys can guide you in your own rise. The Phoenix Brain is about embracing the idea that every challenge you face has the potential to refine you, shape you, and help you become the best version of yourself. With the Phoenix perspective, there is no such thing as a dead end, only transformation. The ashes are not the end, they are the beginning of something extraordinary. Part 2. The Spark, Building Mental Strength. Chapter 4. The Power of Self-Awareness. Self-awareness is the cornerstone of mental strength. It's the ability to observe our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors without judgment, and understand how they align with our responses to life's challenges. Without it, we often remain on autopilot, reacting to situations in ways that may not serve us. Developing self-awareness allows us to pause, reflect, and respond intentionally, empowering us to rise stronger from trials. Understanding your emotional triggers and responses. Emotional triggers are the situations or events that provoke strong, often automatic reactions. These can stem from past experiences, unmet needs, or deep-seated beliefs. For instance, a seemingly small event like being cut off in traffic might trigger intense frustration, but the root cause could be an underlying sense of powerlessness. Becoming aware of these emotional triggers helps us stop reacting impulsively and start responding thoughtfully. This awareness enables us to choose a more intentional response, rather than being at the mercy of our emotions. Tools for self-reflection, journaling, mindfulness, and emotional audits. To cultivate self-awareness, consistent self-reflection is essential. 3 effective tools for this are journaling, mindfulness, and emotional audits. 1. Journaling. Writing down our thoughts and emotions helps externalize them, allowing us to observe patterns. By journaling daily about emotional highs and lows, we create space to reflect on what triggered specific reactions and how we responded. This process helps us gain a clearer understanding of ourselves and empowers us to approach similar situations differently in the future. 2. Mindfulness. Mindfulness involves being fully present in the moment, without judgment. By practicing mindfulness, we can observe our thoughts and emotions as they arise, without immediately reacting to them. Even a few minutes a day of focusing on our breath can help us become more aware of our inner landscape, allowing us to respond with intention rather than impulse. 3. Emotional audits. An emotional audit involves periodically checking in with ourselves to understand our emotional state. It's an exercise where we review moments of strong emotional reactions and identify patterns in our responses. By regularly conducting emotional audits, we gain deeper insights into our needs, desires, and recurring emotional cycles, allowing us to make proactive changes. How self-awareness fuels resilience. Self-awareness strengthens resilience by giving us the tools to face challenges with clarity and control. When we understand our emotional triggers, we can anticipate reactions and make conscious choices in response to stress. This emotional regulation is a vital component of resilience. It's not about avoiding negative emotions, but rather being able to experience them without being overwhelmed by them. Self-awareness also helps us recognize our strengths and areas where we need further growth. Understanding what we excel at gives us the confidence to tap into those strengths in tough times. Similarly, recognizing areas of vulnerability allows us to seek the necessary resources or strategies to improve. With self-awareness, we move from being passive participants in our lives to becoming active creators of our emotional experiences. Through journaling, mindfulness, and emotional audits, we develop a deeper understanding of ourselves. This insight helps us face challenges with greater intentionality, transforming each obstacle into an opportunity for growth. As we build this self-awareness, we also build a more resilient mindset, able to rise from every trial stronger than before. Chapter 5: Cultivating Emotional Agility. The importance of adaptability in navigating challenges. Life has a way of throwing curveballs when we least expect them. Whether it's a sudden change at work, a personal setback, or a global crisis, we all face moments when we feel overwhelmed. But what separates those who crumble under pressure from those who rise like the phoenix is emotional agility, the ability to adapt and respond with flexibility in the face of adversity. Emotional agility isn't about avoiding discomfort or pretending that challenges don't affect us. Instead, it's about learning how to move through those emotions without letting them control us. Think of it as being in the driver's seat of your own emotional landscape. When we're emotionally agile, we can acknowledge our feelings, make room for them, and then choose how to respond in a way that aligns with our values and long-term goals. We're not just reacting automatically to the stress, we're being intentional and thoughtful about how we respond. Techniques for managing overwhelming emotions, grounding exercises, visualization, and reframing negative thoughts. There will always be moments when emotions feel too big to handle. When that happens, it's essential to have tools that help bring us back to a place of balance. Let's explore a few techniques that can help. 1. Grounding exercises. When emotions feel overwhelming, grounding exercises can help bring you back to the present moment. These exercises work by focusing your attention on your physical surroundings, which helps reduce the intensity of emotional storms. One popular grounding technique is the 5-4-3-2-1 method. 5 things you can see. 4 things you can feel: your feet on the floor, the texture of a chair. 3 things you can hear. 2 things you can smell. 1 thing you can taste. By focusing on your senses, you create a moment of mindfulness that can break the cycle of anxious or overwhelming thoughts. 2. Visualization. Visualization is another powerful tool in managing emotions. When you're feeling stuck or anxious, close your eyes and imagine yourself in a place that brings you peace, maybe a beach, a forest, or a quiet room. Picture every detail: the sights, sounds, and smells. Allow yourself to breathe deeply, anchoring yourself in this peaceful environment. Visualization helps retrain your brain to associate calmness with moments of stress, ultimately teaching you to manage your emotions more effectively over time. 3. Reframing negative thoughts. We are often our own harshest critics, but how we interpret a situation can significantly influence how we feel about it. Reframing is the practice of changing the way we think about challenges. Let's say you receive critical feedback at work. Instead of thinking, "I'm terrible at my job," or "I'll never be good enough," try reframing it. "This is an opportunity to improve," or "I can learn from this and grow stronger." Reframing helps shift the focus from helplessness to empowerment, which is key in developing emotional agility. It's about choosing a perspective that fuels growth, not fear. Developing a growth mindset to thrive in uncertainty. A crucial component of emotional agility is developing a growth mindset, a belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed with effort and practice. When we have a growth mindset, we see challenges as opportunities to learn rather than obstacles to avoid. We understand that failure is not a reflection of our worth, but a stepping stone toward greater success. In uncertain times, the growth mindset is your anchor. It reminds you that you are capable of adapting, learning new skills, and evolving through whatever challenges life presents. When faced with a setback, instead of thinking, "I can't handle this," try thinking, I haven't figured it out yet, but I can. This shift in perspective can give you the courage to take risks, explore new solutions, and keep going even when things are tough. Embracing a growth mindset also means being compassionate with yourself when you don't have all the answers. It's okay to feel uncertain. It's okay to stumble. What matters is that you keep moving forward, learning from each experience, and trusting in your ability to rise stronger, just like the phoenix. By cultivating emotional agility, we can transform challenges from something that paralyzes us into something that propels us forward. Emotional agility helps us adapt to change, manage overwhelming emotions, and ultimately thrive in uncertainty. It's not about avoiding life's trials, but about learning how to navigate them with grace, flexibility, and resilience. Chapter 6: Building a Resilience Toolkit. Building resilience is like crafting a toolkit you can rely on when life tests you. While we can't avoid adversity, we can strengthen ourselves to handle it better. The key is developing habits and strategies that support mental toughness. In this chapter, we'll look at simple yet powerful practices you can integrate into your life to build resilience. Daily habits that strengthen the mind. Small daily habits can make a world of difference in how we cope with challenges. These habits strengthen the mind just as exercise strengthens the body. 1. Exercise. Physical activity has profound effects on mental health. It releases endorphins, reduces stress, and improves mood. Regular exercise doesn't need to be intense. Something as simple as a morning walk or a stretching routine can help you feel more grounded and resilient. 2. Meditation. Meditation trains the mind to stay calm under pressure. Even 5 minutes of mindfulness each day can reduce anxiety and boost emotional resilience. It helps you observe thoughts without getting overwhelmed by them, promoting clarity when faced with adversity. 3. Gratitude. Practicing gratitude shifts your mindset from scarcity to abundance. Taking a moment each day to jot down what you're thankful for, big or small, can remind you of the good even when life feels tough. Gratitude encourages resilience by helping you see the positives, even during difficult times. Cognitive behavioral strategies for overcoming self-doubt. Self-doubt is a major obstacle to resilience. But you don't have to be ruled by negative thoughts. Cognitive behavioral strategies, CBT, are practical tools for challenging those thoughts and building confidence. Reframe negative thoughts. Instead of thinking, "I can't do this," ask, "What can I do right now to move forward?" Reframing focuses on action rather than defeat, empowering you to take small, positive steps. Challenge perfectionism. Perfectionism can paralyze us. Instead of aiming for perfection, aim for progress. Embrace mistakes as opportunities to learn, rather than signs of failure. Focus on progress, not perfection. Celebrate even the smallest victories. Each step forward is a sign of resilience and growth. Focusing on progress rather than perfection helps build confidence and encourages you to keep going. The role of humor, perspective, and connection in staying mentally strong. Sometimes, the best way to stay mentally strong is by using humor, gaining perspective, and fostering connections. These elements can provide relief during tough times. Humor, laughter reduces stress and shifts our mindset. Finding humor, even in difficult situations, lightens the emotional load. Whether it's watching a funny show or laughing with a friend, humor helps us cope by breaking the tension. Perspective. Gaining perspective helps put things in context. When faced with challenges, ask yourself if this moment will matter in a year or 5 years. Shifting your focus to the bigger picture can help reduce stress and allow you to move forward with more clarity. Connection. We're not meant to go through tough times alone. Lean on your support system, whether friends, family, or mentors. Sharing struggles and offering empathy fosters connection, which can be a powerful tool for resilience. Knowing others understand and support you can make all the difference. By incorporating these habits and strategies, you'll gradually build a toolkit that supports your mental resilience. It's not about avoiding challenges, but about strengthening your ability to rise from them, just like the phoenix rising from the ashes. Part 3: The Flame Rising Stronger. Chapter 7: Finding Purpose Amid the Pain. Life's trials can feel unbearable, and often, in the midst of overwhelming challenges, it's hard to see beyond the pain. Yet, it's precisely in these darkest moments that the potential for transformation lies. Adversity has a unique way of forcing us to dig deep, question our values, and ultimately, uncover a deeper sense of purpose. When you're facing hardship, it's easy to become consumed by your suffering, but there's a profound opportunity for growth if you can shift your perspective. Think about how, when you face a major setback or loss, everything you thought you knew about life, work, or relationships can suddenly feel uncertain. It is precisely in these moments of uncertainty that you are forced to reevaluate your values, your goals, and what truly matters to you. Pain has a way of clarifying things. It strips away the distractions and forces you to confront the things that truly define your life. Take, for instance, the story of a woman named Sarah, who lost her job unexpectedly after years of dedication to a corporate career. Initially, Sarah was devastated. She felt lost, worthless, and unsure of what her future held. However, as the weeks passed, she found herself reevaluating her life and her priorities. Sarah began volunteering with a local nonprofit, something she had always been passionate about but never had the time to pursue. What started as a way to keep busy turned into a realization: she felt more fulfilled helping others than she ever had in her corporate job. Eventually, Sarah transitioned into a full-time career in nonprofit work, where she not only thrived but found a deep sense of meaning. Her pain had been a catalyst for change, revealing a purpose that had been hidden beneath the surface. Sarah's story illustrates the concept of post-traumatic growth, the idea that, through suffering, we can emerge stronger, wiser, and more attuned to our true purpose. Research shows that many individuals who face hardship find themselves experiencing a profound transformation in how they view their lives. They might find new strengths, develop greater empathy, or discover a renewed sense of mission. So how can you uncover your purpose through life's trials? Here are a few action steps to guide you. 1. Reflect on what matters most. After a challenging experience, take time to think about what truly matters to you. What values do you hold dear? What do you want to contribute to the world? Sometimes, the simplest questions can lead to powerful insights. 2. Look for patterns. Think about how you've responded to adversity in the past. What strengths or qualities have you relied on? Often, the ways we navigate difficult times reveal our core values and passions. 3. Use pain as a teacher. Reframe your pain as a teacher. Rather than seeing it as something to endure, ask yourself, what can this teach me about myself? What lessons can I learn that will guide my future choices? 4. Embrace new opportunities. In times of difficulty, new opportunities can arise. Be open to trying new things, exploring new paths, and stepping outside your comfort zone. You never know when a painful experience might lead you to something better. Finding your purpose amid pain isn't an overnight process, but it's a journey worth taking. The trials you face can help reveal your true calling, and through that discovery, you can rise stronger and more aligned with who you are meant to be. Chapter 8: Rebuilding Confidence. Confidence is the backbone of mental strength. Without it, we are left feeling small, unworthy, and uncertain. Yet, when life tests us, it can feel as though our confidence has been shattered, leaving us unsure of ourselves and our abilities. How can we rebuild what seems lost? The key to rebuilding confidence lies in understanding that confidence is not a fixed trait. It's not something that we either have or don't have. Confidence is built, step by step, and it can be rebuilt even after experiencing the most crushing setbacks. In fact, challenges often provide the fertile ground needed for the kind of confidence that lasts, a deep, unshakable belief in yourself that is rooted in resilience, experience, and growth. One of the greatest obstacles to rebuilding confidence is overcoming imposter syndrome. This is that feeling that you're not qualified or deserving, even when others might believe in you. You may feel like a fraud or fear that others will eventually discover that you're not as competent as you seem. This can hold you back from pursuing opportunities, taking risks, and fully embracing your abilities. To rebuild confidence, it's crucial to recognize that imposter syndrome is a common experience, especially after a setback. Everyone feels like an imposter at some point, but it doesn't define your worth or your capabilities. The key is to separate your feelings from the facts. Instead of focusing on your insecurities, focus on your strengths and accomplishments. Here are some practical exercises to help you rebuild your confidence. 1. Identify your strengths. Take time to reflect on your past successes, even the small ones. Write down your achievements and remind yourself that you are capable and deserving of success. When you focus on your strengths, it becomes easier to see your value. 2. Practice self-affirmations. The way you talk to yourself matters. Start using positive affirmations to counter negative self-talk. Remind yourself that you are worthy, capable, and strong. The more you affirm your own value, the more your confidence will grow. 3. Take small risks. Confidence is like a muscle. It grows stronger the more you use it. Start by taking small risks and stepping outside your comfort zone. Each success, no matter how minor, will boost your belief in your abilities. 4. Embrace failure as growth. Reframe failure as a learning experience. When you see failure not as a reflection of your inadequacy, but as an opportunity to learn and grow, you will be able to bounce back stronger. Each failure teaches you something valuable that will help you succeed in the future. 5. Surround yourself with support. Confidence isn't just about internal validation, it's also about external support. Surround yourself with people who believe in you, encourage you, and lift you up. Having a strong support network can make a huge difference in your journey to rebuild confidence. Confidence isn't about being perfect, it's about being resilient. It's about trusting that, no matter what life throws at you, you can handle it. And with each challenge, you'll continue to grow and rise. Chapter 9. Embracing the Phoenix Mindset Daily. The Phoenix brain is not just something you tap into during times of crisis, it's a mindset you can cultivate every single day. The more you embrace resilience as a lifestyle, the stronger and more capable you become, no matter what challenges come your way. This mindset becomes ingrained in your thoughts, actions, and attitudes, shaping the way you approach life as a whole. To truly embrace the Phoenix mindset, you must make resilience a core part of who you are. It's about developing habits and practices that nurture your mental strength even when life is calm. Resilience isn't something that you only activate in times of crisis, it's something that becomes a natural part of your existence, helping you navigate the ups and downs of life with grace and strength. Here's how to incorporate resilience into your daily life. 1. Develop a resilience routine. Just like physical fitness, mental fitness requires consistency. Create a daily routine that nurtures your mental strength. This could include meditation, journaling, exercise, or any activity that helps you feel grounded and empowered. Consistency builds resilience over time. 2. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness helps you stay present, even in stressful situations. It allows you to recognize when negative emotions arise, so you can manage them before they overwhelm you. Regular mindfulness practice will help you stay focused, calm, and resilient in the face of any challenge. 3. Create a support system. Resilience is not about doing everything alone, it's about knowing when to lean on others. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, who support your growth, and who offer a sense of belonging. A strong support network is essential for maintaining mental strength. 4. Reframe setbacks as opportunities. When you face challenges, don't view them as roadblocks. Instead, see them as opportunities for growth. This shift in perspective is a core part of the Phoenix mindset. Every setback is a chance to learn, evolve, and come back stronger. 5. Celebrate progress. It's easy to focus on what's not going well, but it's important to take time to acknowledge your progress. Celebrate the small victories, whether it's overcoming a fear, learning a new skill, or simply getting through a tough day. Celebrating progress reinforces the Phoenix mindset and motivates you to keep going. The Phoenix mindset is about embracing life's challenges with a sense of purpose and determination. It's about rising stronger each time life knocks you down. And the more you practice this mindset, the more natural it becomes. Part 4. The Rise, Sharing Your Fire. Chapter 10. The Ripple Effect of Resilience. When you rise from adversity, you don't just change your life, you change the lives of those around you. The journey from hardship to strength is deeply personal, but its impact is often far-reaching. Just as a stone creates ripples when it's tossed into a pond, your resilience can stir the waters of those in your circle, spreading hope and inspiration far beyond what you may ever realize. This is the ripple effect of resilience. How personal growth inspires those around you. There's something profoundly inspiring about seeing someone endure hardship and come out stronger on the other side. We often look up to people who exhibit mental strength and resilience, not because they never faltered, but because they kept going despite their struggles. When you face your fears, challenges, and setbacks with strength and grace, you demonstrate that it's possible to thrive in even the most difficult circumstances. Your personal growth becomes a beacon for others, offering them hope that they too can rise, no matter what life throws at them. Think of your closest friends, family members, colleagues, or even strangers who witness your journey. When they see you embrace challenges and persist, they internalize the idea that overcoming obstacles is not only possible but worth striving for. Your resilience sparks a change in others' perspectives, encouraging them to approach their own challenges with more courage and determination. This ripple effect is subtle but powerful, as those who are inspired by your strength may, in turn, inspire others in their own lives. The role of vulnerability in building deeper connections. Resilience isn't just about overcoming adversity, it's also about being open and vulnerable in the process. Vulnerability isn't a weakness, it's a strength that allows others to see you for who you truly are, imperfections and all. When you openly share your struggles and challenges, you create space for others to do the same, breaking down barriers of isolation and building deeper connections. Vulnerability fosters trust. It's through sharing our wounds and our growth that we connect most deeply with others. It shows that we are human, that we experience pain, and that we can heal. As you rise from your struggles, allow yourself to be open about the process, the highs, the lows, and everything in between. This will not only help others see that they are not alone in their struggles, but it will also encourage them to embrace their own journeys of healing and growth. Think about how you would feel if someone you admired opened up about their challenges and growth. Their honesty would likely inspire you, making them feel more relatable and trustworthy. This is exactly how vulnerability can serve as a catalyst for connection. When you share your story, you create space for others to find strength in their own vulnerability. Ways to share your story to encourage and empower others. The most powerful way to inspire others is by sharing your own story. It's not about telling others what to do or offering easy solutions. It's about showing them that transformation is possible and that the journey, though hard, is worth it. Your story can be the spark that ignites someone else's inner phoenix, pushing them to rise from their own ashes. Here are a few ways to share your story and encourage others. Public speaking. Sharing your journey through public speaking, whether at events, workshops, or in smaller group settings, can have a profound impact. Your words can reach people who may be struggling in silence, offering them the courage to persevere. Writing. If public speaking isn't your forte, consider writing your story. Whether it's through a blog, social media posts, or even a book, writing allows you to reach a wide audience and provides others with a roadmap for resilience. Mentorship. One-on-one connections can be some of the most powerful ways to share your story. Mentorship offers a more personal, tailored approach to helping others. When you take someone under your wing, you not only guide them through their struggles but also provide a living example of how resilience works in action. Social media. In today's digital age, social media is a powerful tool for connection. Share your journey and the lessons you've learned through platforms like Instagram, Facebook, or LinkedIn. Be authentic in your posts. People are drawn to real stories of growth and strength. Every time you share your story, you plant the seed of hope in someone's heart. It may take time for them to fully appreciate the impact of your words, but just like a phoenix, your story has the power to rise again in the hearts and minds of others. Chapter 11. Becoming a beacon of hope. As you rise stronger from life's trials, you will inevitably find that your story and your strength become a guiding light for others. You become a beacon of hope, not just for those closest to you, but for those you may never meet. By embracing the phoenix brain and mentoring others, you continue the cycle of transformation, helping to create a community where resilience is the norm, not the exception. Mentorship and leadership. Guiding others to develop their own phoenix brain. One of the most profound ways to make an impact is through mentorship. As you continue to grow and develop your own resilience, you have the ability to pass on your knowledge, wisdom, and strength to others. Mentorship is about more than giving advice. It's about guiding others through their challenges, sharing your insights, and offering support as they navigate their own journeys. Being a mentor requires patience and compassion. It's not about providing quick fixes but offering the space for growth and transformation. When you guide someone else through their struggles, you become a part of their phoenix story, helping them rise from their own ashes. Leadership, in the context of the phoenix brain, is about creating environments that encourage resilience. As a leader, you don't just teach others how to overcome challenges, you model it through your own actions. You demonstrate that failure is not the end, but a necessary part of the process. By leading with empathy, strength, and understanding, you foster a culture where resilience is celebrated and growth is encouraged. Community and global impact through acts of service. The beauty of the phoenix brain is that it's not limited to personal transformation. It has the power to ripple outward, creating change in communities and even on a global scale. When you rise from your struggles, you not only impact your own life but also those around you, whether it's in your family, workplace, or broader community. Acts of service are a powerful way to give back and help others rise. Whether it's volunteering your time, providing mentorship, or simply offering a listening ear, acts of kindness and support create a culture of resilience. You never know how your small act of generosity can transform someone's life. The more people you help, the more the ripple effect of resilience spreads, eventually creating a community of phoenixes, individuals who lift each other up, help one another grow, and rise stronger together. Your efforts to support others in their struggles create a foundation for collective resilience. As you share your strength and offer assistance, you inspire a global movement of individuals who are rising from their own challenges and supporting one another in their journeys. Closing stories of individuals whose resilience transformed their families, workplaces, or communities. Throughout history, there are countless stories of individuals whose resilience has changed the lives of those around them. Think of Oprah Winfrey, who overcame a traumatic childhood to become a global leader in empowerment and self-growth. Her story of resilience has inspired millions and continues to transform lives every day. Consider Malala Yousafzai, who, after surviving a brutal attack for advocating girls' education, became a voice for the voiceless, pushing for worldwide change in education and women's rights. Her personal strength has catalyzed a global movement, and her story continues to inspire young girls everywhere to rise above their circumstances. These individuals have not only transformed their own lives but have changed entire communities. And you can do the same. By embracing your inner phoenix, you have the ability to influence your family, workplace, and even the world. Your resilience, when shared with others, becomes a powerful tool for change, sparking a chain reaction of growth, strength, and transformation. Conclusion: rising together. Throughout this journey, we've explored the profound depths of resilience and mental strength, using the metaphor of the phoenix to illuminate the path we all must walk in life. From the initial trials we face to the eventual rise from the ashes, the phoenix brain has aimed to guide you toward a life filled with growth, strength, and hope. As we close this chapter, let's take a moment to reflect on the key lessons we've learned together. First, we've come to understand that trials are an inevitable part of the human experience. Life will challenge us in ways we can't always predict, but each struggle carries with it an opportunity for growth. We've seen how adversity, instead of breaking us, can shape us into stronger, more compassionate versions of ourselves. By understanding the nature of these challenges, we are better prepared to face them, knowing that they are not roadblocks but stepping stones. Next, we've explored how to build mental strength. Through practices like self-awareness, emotional agility, and creating a resilience toolkit, you now have the tools to face life's uncertainties with confidence. Strength is not a trait you are born with, but a skill you cultivate over time. It's about taking small, consistent actions, whether it's daily habits, reframing negative thoughts, or learning how to pivot in the face of adversity, that slowly transform your mental landscape. As we've seen, it's not enough to simply survive life's trials. The true power lies in rising stronger after each setback. Like the phoenix that emerges from its ashes, you have the ability to rebuild and reinvent yourself with every challenge you face. This book has shown you that resilience is not just about bouncing back, it's about rising to new heights, embracing your scars as symbols of strength, and carrying the wisdom of your past into the future. But perhaps the most important takeaway is the ripple effect of your resilience. As you rise stronger, you will naturally inspire others to do the same. Your journey becomes a beacon of hope for those around you, and by sharing your story, you help to spread the message that no one is ever truly defeated. We all have a phoenix within us, waiting for the right moment to spread our wings and soar. So, I encourage you to embrace the journey of the phoenix brain. Every challenge you face is not an obstacle but an opportunity, an invitation to grow, to transform, and to rise higher than ever before. Keep your eyes on the horizon, knowing that no matter what life throws at you, you have the strength to overcome, rebuild, and soar. Resilience is a process, not a destination. Every trial, no matter how difficult, holds the potential to help you rise anew. Embrace the ashes, for in them lies the spark of your next rebirth. Together, we rise. Thank you for listening to this audiobook. If you like this book, please share and subscribe to this channel for getting more exciting audiobooks on this channel.